Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Tasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashikritau Vande Bhagavantau Puna Punaha Isharo Gururatmiti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshina Murtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Chapter 9, verse number 5. Nacha matistani bhutani passime yogamaishwaram bhuta bhin nacha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. I repeat one more time. Nacha matistani bhutani pashyame yogamaishwaram bhuta bhin nacha bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. See the word meaning. Na, not, cha, and, matasthani, dwelling in me, bhutani, beings, pasya, behold, me, my, yogam, yoga, power, aishwaram, divine power, bhutabhin, supporting the beings, na, not, cha, and, bhutasya, dwelling in the beings, mam, my, atma, self, bhuta bhavana, bringing forth beings. Now see its translation. Sri Krishna says, O Arjuna, and 8 beings do not abide in me. Behold my divine yoga. I am the upholder of all beings, and 8 I am not in them. My will alone causes their existence. See the translation another way. And 8 everything that is created does not rest in me. Behold my divine power. Although I am the maintainer of the living entities, and although I am the everywhere, still myself is the every source of creation. In this chapter, Lord Sri Krishna made Arjuna very attentive, very alert. Because the topic is very, very important. Because the topic is very, very simple. And because it is very simple, it is very difficult. And now Sri Krishna is giving the message. He begins the verse number 4. And he said, Maya tatmidam sarvam jagadavhyaktamurtina matisthani sarvabhutani nachaham tesu avasthita. In verse number 4, Sri Krishna said, O Arjuna, the world is manifested. So it can be seen very easily. Anyone can see it. And myself, my godliness, is avyakta, unmanifested. So this is the message. Now Sri Krishna is explaining this message in this verse also. He says, Nachamatistani bhutani paschime yoga maishwara. O Arjun, I am everywhere. Everything, every being is in me, but I am not there. These statements are contradictory. These are very, very opposite each other. Sri Krishna says, I am there. And immediately he says, I am nowhere. Nacha suteshu avasthita, I am not in there. So Sri Krishna made two statements. One was, he said, I am there. Jagad abhyakta murtina, I am there. And immediately he said, no, I am nowhere. I am not there. So two statements he made. And both statements are opposite each other, contradictory. How is it possible? It was the question. And this question, Sri Krishna is taking here. He says, Arjun, Paschime Yoga Maishwaram. Actually, this is the answer. Out of the question was, your statements are contradictory. You are saying that you are everywhere. And immediately you are saying that you are not there. So how is it possible? So Sri Krishna is giving answer, Paschime Yoga Maishwaram. This phrase is an answer. Arjun, see, my Aishwaram, my godliness. Try to understand my divinity. Do not apply logic as human beings are here. So we always try to understand things logically, according to our intellect. Sri Krishna says, no, it is not possible. If you want to know me, then you have to try, you have to understand my yoga maishwaram, my divine power, my maya. What divine power is? Divine power means the God's maya, the power. So you have to know, you have to understand my divine power, Aishwaram. Aishwaram, it is like this. In this world, someone has property, someone has a big post, some may have a big family, big power. So we can say that this is that person's Aishwaram, prosperity. What kind of prosperity God has? The God's prosperity, the divine power is His Maya. His Maya. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, try to understand. See means see, uphold. What uphold? Try to see, try to understand my Maya, my divine power, Yoga Maishwara. Then you can understand these statements which are appearing opposite each other, which are looks like opposite contradictory statements, they are not contradictory. Let me explain it. If you want to explain a human being, if I want to explain a human body, so we have to take both way, right and left. Everything, even a small thing, has two aspects. Everything, every entity has two aspects, at least. As an example, if you are taking human body, so a human body does not have only right side. Human body has right side as well as the left side, upside and downside. Then you can take the earth. Earth also has opposite poles, South Pole, North Pole. If you want to understand complete, then you have to understand the contradictory statements. Sri Krishna says, if everything is with the two aspects, same God also has two aspects. Vipassime yoga maishara. So my aspect is, I am manifested and I am unmanifested as well as. I have two aspects. I am there, I am not. Bhuta matisthani, nacha matisthani bhutani. The all beings in me. I am there. Because it opposite statement like this, if you are saying that the water is in the pot, it's okay. Same, if you are saying that the pot is in the water, it is not possible. It is not logical. So logically, we can understand that the water is in the pot. If God says, I am in the human beings, I am in the beings, it's okay. And he says, I am in the everywhere, and he says, I am everywhere, everything is in me. And he says, I am nowhere. So that is why Sri Krishna says, Arjun, try to understand my yoga, my sharam, my maya, my power. My power can make everything possible. In Sanskrit, we say, agatit ghatna patiyasi. Means what? Maya can do anything. The God's power can create anything without creating anything. Passime yoga maisharam. Arjun, if you want to know whole, not a part, then you must know my yoga maisharam, my power, my maya. Bhuta brannata bhutasto mamatma bhuta bhavana. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, I am creator of the everything. I am sustainer of the everything. But I am not doing anything. Try to understand, Sri Krishna says, Arjun, this is my divine power. I create everything without creating anything. And I am no creator. Bhuta Bhrindacha Bhutasto Mamatma Bhuta Bhavana. Mamatma, here Sri Krishna is using Mamatma, myself. You can ask, I can understand Sri Krishna as a Atma, but Sri Krishna says my Atma. So my Atma means Sri Krishna is different. His soul is different. He says Mamatma. Mamatma means myself, my soul. So it means Sri Krishna is just like this, my house, my property, my book, my table. I am not table, I am not book. So this book belongs to me. This house belongs to me. I am not house. Sri Krishna is here saying, Mamatma, myself, my soul. It looks like Sri Krishna is different and his Atma, the self, is different. No. Sri Krishna is saying like we talk in our communication. When I communicate with the other person, then we can use like today my mind is not in rest. My intellect is not working properly. Sometimes we say that his soul is in depression. His soul is pure. Sometimes we say that the person is very good because his soul is pure. So soul is pure, we behave, we deal, we communicate. Same way Sri Krishna is using Mamatma, myself, but must understand that Sri Krishna and self are not two things. Now next, Yatha Kasa Sthito Nityam Vayu Sarvatra Gomahan Tatha Sarvani Bhutani Matisthani Ityupadharaya. I repeat, Yatha Kasa Sthito Nityam Vayu Sarvatra Gomahan Tatha Sarvani Bhutani Matisthani Ityupadharaya. The word meaning is Yatha as, Akasa Sthita, rest in the Akasa, Nityam always, Vayu the air, Sarvatra Gaha moving everywhere, Mahan great, Tatha so, Sarvani all, Bhutani beings, Matasthani rest in me, Iti thus, Upadhare no. Now see its translation. As the powerful element air moving everywhere ever remains in the ether, know that so too all beings abide in me. See the translation another way. As the mighty powerful wind blowing everywhere always rest in the ethereal space, know that in the same manner all being rest in me. Because topic is very, very difficult. Sri Krishna is trying to make understand Arjuna. So that is why he is giving an example. When topic becomes hard, we use the example to make it easy. So that is why Sri Krishna is giving an example to make understand Arjuna. He says, Arjuna, here is an example. Example is like this. Yata Kasa Sthito Nityam Vayu Sarvatra Gomahan. There are two factors. One is the space, Akas, sky. Another is air, wind. So in the sky, space, the wind moves here and there. The wind, the air is moving here and there because of the space. Very logical thing. Here, air can move from here to there. There must be space. There must be room, sky. So in the sky, air is moving everywhere. Yathākāsa sthito nityam vayu sarvatra gomahan. The vayu, the air is moving everywhere, here and there. Sometimes vayu, the air becomes polluted. Sometimes the air becomes hot because of the weather. Sometimes the air becomes cold because of the temperature. Sometimes the air becomes with a bad smell. Sometimes same air becomes with the good smell. And because of the air, in the sky, we can see there is a dust in the air. Because of the air in the sky, sometimes we see in the sky there is a dust, there is a cloud, there is so many things. But the sky is untouched. Sky is untouched. Sky gives space to the air. That is why air can move from here to there, but it is untouched, unaffected. See, sometimes because of the air, Akash, the sky becomes very dirty. And after some time, it becomes clean automatically. No one does any effort to make clean the sky. Sky is very dirty. Slowly, it automatically becomes very clean, very pure. How? Like if my cloth is dirty, so I have to wash it. Because my cloth is dirty, it cannot be clean automatic. It is with the dust. But in the sky looks like dirty, muddy, but the sky is not. It is unattached. So Sri Krishna says, Sarvayu Sarvatra Go Mahan. So this is an example. In the sky, sometimes dust comes. Without doing anything, it goes. Sometimes there are clouds. No one does anything. Akash, the sky becomes clean. Because Akash is not attached with that dust, that cloud, that smoke, or anything. Same, Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, same. Tatha sarvani bhutani matisthani iti upadharaya. This is an example. Similar. The all beings, human beings, animals, trees, planets, everything is happening. Everything is appearing, but without many effect in the God. We can take another example. Today we have the facility like you are watching the movie. You are watching the movie in the screen. If your screen is big, your pictures appears in big size. Your screen is small, same picture will appear small size. In your screen, sometimes there is fire. Another moment, there is an ocean, there is a forest, there may be city. In your screen, the forest, the city, the fire, the water, they do not make any effect, any scratch in your screen. No matter how amount their fire was, but that fire does not make any effect in your screen. That water will not make any effect in your screen. Sri Krishna says, same, sarvani bhutani matisthani tyupadharaya. The all beings, all creations, sarvani bhutani matisthani tyupadharaya. They are happening. The better word is they are appearing. They are appearing and they are disappearing. Like in your screen. Pictures are appearing, disappearing without making any effect. Sarvani bhutani matisthani upadharaya. Sri Krishna is saying upadharaya. Do you remember that? In the previous verse he said pasya. Pasya means try to understand. Same type word Sri Krishna is saying again, upadharaya, try to understand. Because topic is very, very important. Very simple, very easy. So he said, upadharaya, Arjun, be attentive. Try to understand. It looks contradictory, but it is not. It is total, the whole explanation about the God. That is why it looks contradictory. Upadharaya. And in Upanishads, when we read, there are so many statements. The Upanishad would say, God is very far away. Immediately, the Upanishad would say, God is very close. Tad dure tadubantike. So Upanishad does not say God is far away. Upanishad does not say God is very close. Upanishad simply makes a statement that God is beyond time, beyond space. Upanishad is not giving a statement that God is far away. Upanishad is not giving a statement God is very close. Upanishad try to make you understand that God is beyond space. Tad dure, tad vantike. Everywhere. So, if you want to know the wholeness of the God, Arjun, upadharaya, try to understand. He forcing Arjun again and again. Upadharaya. Now next one. Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshay punastani kalpadau visrijamyaham. I chant one more time. Sarvabhutani kaunteya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshay punastani kalpadau visrjamyaham. See the first, its meaning. Sarvabhutani means all beings. Kaunteya, O Arjun, prakritim to nature, yanti, go. Mamikam, my, kalpakshay, at the end of the kalpa, punah, again, tani, them, kalpadau, at the beginning of the kalpa, visrijami, send forth, aham, I. Now see the translation. Sri Krishna says, Arjun, all beings enter into my prakriti at the end of the cycle of time. Again, I send these forth at the beginning of the cycle of time. See the translation another way. Sri Krishna says, O Kunti Putra Arjun, at the end of the millennium, every material manifestation enters into my nature. And at the beginning of another millennium, by me, my potency, I again create. Same topic. Sri Krishna explains it. Sarvabhutani kaunteya, O Arjun. The serve entire, all beings, including conscious, unconscious, including inert, sentient, everything, including the sun, the moon, the galaxies, including the cosmos, and including the atom, all beings. Whatever existence we can experience, whoever entity is, all beings. Nothing remains. Sri Krishna is including everything. He is including everything. You can start from the very, very small part of the universe. It is atom. From the atom till the cosmos. So it contains atom, planets, galaxies, and lastly, the entire universe. So whatever is, whatever can be experienced by us, Sri Krishna says, Sarva Bhutani. It may be gods, it may be Brahmalok, it is everything. Sarva Bhutani. O Arjun, everything, every being. What happens? Kalpakshay mam prakritim yanti. So we have an idea about the creation. First, we have to understand the idea about the creation. Then this mantra can be understood. We have an idea because we think that the Brahma is the creator. Brahma creates the universe. When Brahma takes birth from the Lords, and having taken the birth, Brahma starts creating the creation. And he creates the sky, he creates the air, the fire, the water, the earth, and the grains, the trees, everything. Then life happens. And in this process of creation, he creates sun, moon, galaxies, everything. So see the work of the Brahmaji. So our idea is, it is in Puranas, in scriptures. So idea is, when Brahma start creation, we call it Kalpa, Adav, in the beginning of the Kalpa. And we had studied about the Kalpa. What Kalpa is? The Kalpa means the duration of the Brahmaji. Brahmaji have time for 100 years, like us. We have time for 100 years, unless if you don't want. So Brahmaji also have 100 years duration, age. So beginning of the Brahmaji, we call it Kalp Adav, the beginning of the time. Because without creation, without any object, you cannot imagine about time. Time can be understood through any object. If there is no object, you cannot imagine about the time, like you are in deep sleep. There is no your mind. In deep sleep, there is no your mind, then there is no any duality. In deep sleep, because there is no your mind is not working. It means duality is created by the mind. Simple. Duality does not exist. It is a creation of the mind. In the deep sleep, your mind is not working. In that state, if mind is not working, there is no duality, no any object. If there is no any object, there is no time. So time belongs to any object. So in creation, Brahmaji creates, then time, you can say, Tida Kalpa. So in another word, you can say the starting of the time. Starting of the creation is the starting of the time. So time and creation both are not separate. Object and time are not separate. Kalpadav, when the day begins of the Brahmaji, our day begins with the breakfast, with the tea, with the coffee. Brahmaji days begins with the creation. And see, he works very hard. He works very hard till he lives. And lastly, when he goes, Kalpadav Visrajamyam, his entire creation also finished. Kalpadav Visrajamyam. Sri Krishna says, Yanti. Yanti means the creation which was created by Brahmaji is not destructs, it does not die. It just enters. Now, let me make you understand you. How is possible? So, creation of the Brahmaji and destruction of the Brahmaji is not real creation, not real destruction. You can say it is just appearance and disappearance. Kalpadav Visrajamyam. So Sri Krishna says, Arjuna, my appearance in form of the object is the creation. And my unmanifest form, Avyakt, my unmanifest form, you can say Avyakt, is everywhere, but it is Avyakt, unmanifest, so you cannot understand it, you cannot see it. Kalpadau visarjamyam. So creation of the universe and destruction of the universe, nothing is happening, just appearance and disappearance, like waves in the ocean. In the ocean, there are so many waves. Small waves, big waves. In the ocean, because of these waves, there is nothing. If there is no wave, ocean does not lose anything. So appearance and disappearance of the waves, like the appearance of the appearance and disappearance of the creation, is happening in the me. Now, next one. Prakritim swamavashtavya visrijami puna puna bhutagramamimam krishnam avasam prakritirvasa. I chant it again. Prakritim swamavashtavya visrijami puna punaha bhutagramamimam krishnam avasam prakritirvasa. First, say its word meaning. Prakritim, nature. Swam, my own. Avastavya, having animated. Visrijami, send forth. Punah, again. Punah, again. Bhutagramam, multitude of beings. Imam, this. Krishnam, all. Avasham, helpless. Prakriti of nature. Basat, by force. Now see its translation. Keeping my own Prakriti under control, I project forth again and again the whole of this multitude of beings, which are powerless owing to the influence of their own nature. See its translation in another way. The whole cosmic order is under me. By my will, it is manifested again and again, and by my will, it is annihilated at the end. So Sri Krishna is describing entire concept. Arjuna, the creation happens, and I do it. How? Prakritim swamavastabhya. Prakriti means nature. Prakriti means nature. Like this, the sun has nature to give light. To give light, sun does not do anything. It is happening. Sun is there, it is enough. Nothing to do with the sun for the light, because it is the nature of the sun. Like a rose flower. By nature, it gives smell, fragrance. So, giving to fragrance, the rose flower does not do anything. It is nature. So nature means existence. Simply you are there, and your nature, your prakriti will do everything. Like magnet has nature to attract, to pull the iron. It is its nature. It is not its work. Work is against the nature. That is why we tired. We work, it is not our nature. So working is against the nature. So that is why we become tired. Oh my God, I did so much work. I am tired. I want rest. So nature means your existence. Like sun, like fire, like air. Everything has its own nature. And the human being is very, very confused. The human being does not have any fixed nature. Sri Krishna says, my nature, prakritim swam avastabhya. I control my nature. Visrajami puna puna, and I create the world again and again. Means what? Sri Krishna is there. The Lord is there. The world will happen again and again and again and again. The world is happening. The creation is happening because of God and its Maya. Only God is not creating anything. So understand very, very clear. This message should be understood very, very clearly. The only God is not cause for the creation. Only Maya is also not cause for the creation. Like you are hungry, you want food. If you are hungry, then you can eat food. But your hunger does not eat food. Listen attentively. Without hunger, you are not able to eat food. Eating something, you should be hungry. But who eats? Who eats? You. Not your hunger. Hunger cannot eat anything, but without hunger, you cannot eat anything. So hunger is needed, you also should be there, then you can eat. So only God, the pure God, is not cause for the creation. Only Maya is not cause for the creation. So Sri Krishna says, with the Maya, with the divine power, God is there. And that is the cause for the creation. Do not be confused. God is creating the universe. Prakritim swam avastabhya visrajami puna puna bhutagramamimam krishnam avasam prakritir vasat. Like the mirror has nature to reflect everything. It is mirror's nature. Whatever comes, its opposite, it mirrors. It is nature. The mirror does not do, does not act. It happens. Same when there is a God with his Maya, the creation happens. The creation happens. Prakritir avasat. Avasat means forcefully. Forcefully. No matter, no one going to ask you, are you ready to take birth or not? No one will ask you, are you ready or not to take birth or die? No. When birth will come, you were not asked. Death will come, you will not asked. It is going to happen. Bhutagramam krishnam prakritir avasat. It is going to happen automatically, forcefully. So Sri Krishna said, this is my nature. It is happening. And the last verse says, Nachamam tani karmani nibadananti dhananjaya udasin vadasina masaktam teshu karmasu. I repeat, One more time. Nachamam tani karmani nibadhananti dhananjaya udasin vadasina masaktam teshu karmasu. See the translation. First word meaning, na, not, cha, and, mam, me, tani, the, karmani, acts, nibadhananti, mind, dhananjaya, O Dhananjay, O Arjun, udasin but, like one indifferent, asinam, sitting, asaktam, unattached, tesu, in these, karmsu, acts. Now see the meaning, translation. But these actions do not bind me. O Arjun, for remains detached from them like one unconcerned. See the translation in another way. Sri Krishna says to Arjun, O Dhananjay, all this action cannot bind me. I am ever detached, seated as though neutral. Now see, Sri Krishna says, because this is happening, I am not doer. I am not doer. Mam, tani, karmani. Tani, karmani, these activities are happening. Activities like the creation of the world, the destruction of the world, the sustaining of the world, everything is happening. These big actions are happening because of the God, not because of us. The creation is happening. The destruction is happening. The sustaining is happening. So because of the God. So there are so big actions, but Sri Krishna says, O Arjun, do not ask me. What type question can be asked? The question can be asked by the Arjun. If you are doing so much, then you must be bound by them. Because we are doing small things and we are bound, we are attached. This is created by me, I am the creator. Sri Krishna makes very clearly this statement. Arjun, this is happening. This activity is not binding me. Why? He is giving an example. Udasinavat. Udasinavat means like one indifferent. As we discussed, like the mirror. Mirror, if beautiful face comes opposite the mirror, he just reflects. Next moment, an ugly face comes, mirror does not say, no, I am not ready to reflect you. I want a beautiful face. No. Whoever comes, the nature of the mirrors is just reflect. Do not attach. Do not collect something. Mirror does not collect anything from the anywhere. This is the udasi. Just reflection. Whatever it comes, just reflection. So mirror will not say, no, this is, I reflected, its face was very beautiful. Udasin, but the rose flower gives fragrance everyone. The rose, because it is a nature. So it is the nature of the mirror. It reflects everyone, everything. The rose flower gives fragrance, everything, everyone, without making any difference. So Sri Krishna says, "O Arjun, I am not bound by any action because I am unattached, because this is my nature, my Prakriti. If Prakriti is doing anything, this is not sin or merit." See, one more thing. If something happening because of the nature, because of the Prakriti, it is not merit, not sin. If the rose flower gives smell something, it is not merit for him, that flower. So nature is not sin, not merit. So God says, "O Arjun, this is happening through my nature, so I am not bound by them." Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Vadarayanam Sutra Bhashtikritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Isharo Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavad Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudirayeta. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.